Well, Bill, first of all, congratulations. Welcome to the state of hockey. You talked a little bit about the wait. How did this wait compare to waiting to see if you got drafted, to waiting to see if you made the team, to waiting to see if you got traded? How does this compare to some of those experiences?
It was right up there. It was, long and tough. I hadn't been this nervous in a long time, but it was worth it. It was, like I said, it was a great interview process. I felt really comfortable with Craig and Matt, obviously with Mike, and to finally get the word through the roof, happy.
You had opportunities to make those other situations. You could get drafted, to make the team, to represent the country, all those things. Where does this one compare in terms of achieving the actual offer and the position?
I mean, it's right up there. I've worked really hard to put myself in this position. I was fortunate to learn under a lot of great people along the way that have helped me, and I've been fortunate. So, like I said, I'm just extremely happy to be here, and this is awesome.
You were a part of a franchise in Pittsburgh that in many ways is looked at as the model franchise in the NHL in terms of what it takes to build a champion. What are some of the things you learned along the way, some of the elements of what went into building that franchise that you can take into this job?
Well, you know what? There's a way to do things and a way not to do things. And we did them the right way. It wasn't always perfect. I think that's a misconception that, everything runs smoothly. It doesn't, but you know what? You have to solve the problems quickly when they arise and believe in what you're doing. And you know what? It all goes back to the people that are in place. And we have to have good people. And I really believe we do have that here.
You talked about your career, 18 years in the NHL with 8 different teams. That means you moved a fair amount. But this is the first time you've moved as a front office guy. How does it compare?
It's no different. The only difference is that our kids are a lot older, so we don't have to, and 2 of my high schoolers are in boarding school in Connecticut, so we don't really have to find schools or soccer teams or anything like that. So, and we can take it a little slower.
Anytime you're in your position, you have an idea of what other clubs are like, but it's always different than when you get inside the room and get a chance to meet the players. What are some of the things you have to learn about this team that you can't tell from afar when you're watching them?
Everything. Like that, I don't know exactly what's going on. I hear things from other people. Now I have to find out firsthand if all those situations are true, because you have to take everything with a grain of salt and find out on your own and talk to people and really find out and dig in what's going on.
What you are able to see is how they perform on the ice. What are some of your impressions of what you thought of the Minnesota Wild from the outside looking in?
This is a good hockey team. They can beat on any given night. And you know what? Like I said, we're looking at the board earlier, and there are a lot of good players here. And you know what? I think it seems like the team's had a lot of pressure on them the last couple of years, and we've got to make this a fun environment for the players again. Like to be able to go out there with a free mind and play, and that's when you play your best.
Finally, you come in late in the game for a general manager. I mean, this is late in the season to all of a sudden dive into this. What's the biggest challenge that presents for you to be ready for the start of the season that's so close?
Well, I'll tell you what, Tom Curvers and the rest of the staff did a great job. They've teed everything up for me. Things are ready. They're prepared. They're giving me all the information I need, so I'm extremely lucky that this staff has been working. And you know what? We're ready to go.
Bill, thanks very much. Congratulations again.
Thanks.
That's our new general manager, Bill Guerin.